All right, Jake Paul's back. We know this. August 6th, Tommy Fury fumbles the bag yet again. Okay. Jake Paul's fighting August 6th, Madison Square Garden. We know the deal. I talked about it before recently, and I keep coming back to this. I'm going to give him some credit. I'm going to give him some props. I'm not here to talk shit. First of all, we're going to talk about the Tommy Fury situation, right? Tommy Fury said that he couldn't get a visa. He said that he went to the airport, he tried to board a plane, they wouldn't let him check in or whatever it was. The story goes something like that. So therefore, he couldn't make it to America for the fight. Jake Paul came out. I listened to an interview before when I was getting ready, and he had some very interesting things to say. And he actually had some very good points to say. He said, if Tommy Fury went to the airport and tried to check in, he said, Tommy's one of the biggest stars in the country. Why is there no camera footage of that? Well, first of all, Jake, he's not one of the biggest stars in the country. However, he is kind of like a reality TV tabloid type of guy, and he's getting a lot of attention because of the Jake Paul association and the fights, and we're talking about it. We've got the best YouTube channel in the game fucking talking about it, for crying out loud. Let's be honest. And he makes a good point. Right? Because if you did go to the airport and you did try to check in and you didn't get on the plane, and then you were going to get bad press and everyone was going to talk shit, and your opponent, your nemesis, your rival, whatever word you want to use in Jake Paul, is going to talk shit, you do a little video. You just pull your phone out and be like, I'm here. I'm at the airport. Let me in. But they won't let me in. I can't do a Tommy Fury. I can do a fucking John Fury though. I'm the best fighting man on the world. Sorry about that. I couldn't resist. No, but he's right. Jake Paul is correct. Tommy, there was no evidence of it. And then further to that, and by the way, this video isn't to talk shit about Tommy Fury, but just Jake had me thinking about it. Another thing is, you don't just randomly go to the airport. You know, you got to have a visa in place, and there's many steps to getting the visa. You don't just apply for it and then jog off down to the airport. No, when you're getting a work visa, you got to go down, you got to get applications, you got to go to the offices in London. I've done it many times. It's such a bloody pain in the ass, but if you want to fight internationally, that's what you have to do. So anyway, never mind that. Tommy is gone. He's yesterday's news. We've got Hasim Rahman Jr. Yes, Hasim Rahman, the guy that famously knocked out, I think it was Lennox Lewis, his son, who is a big dude. He's got a great record. I think he's 15-1. And yes, when you look at the record of some of the guys that Hasim Rahman Jr. has been fighting, yeah, you can criticize them. You can say that these guys aren't the best. You can say that they've all got losing records. Most of them have. But that's okay, because that's what happens in the boxing world. Mixed martial arts, you're thrown to the wolves a lot sooner, right? And that's why losses are tolerated more in mixed martial arts, because in boxing, that is what they do. They build them up, they feed them cans, they pad their records, they make it seem like they're incredible, okay? And then when they do lose one, they're yesterday's news, okay? Which shouldn't be the case. In fact, last time he fought Hasim Rahman Jr. is when he got beat. He actually got beat off Tommy Morrison's son. So there we go. But Jake Paul's come out. Jake Paul's talking. Jake Paul's saying, look, listen, even my manager didn't want me to take this fight. My brother didn't want me to take this fight. Stop it. Stop it. You know you probably got a good chance. They used to spar with one another. They've sparred on multiple occasions, so he knows what he's getting himself into. However, Hasim Rahman Jr. is a big dude. He's 6'3". He is a boxer, and he's a young man. So for that, I give Jake Paul all the credit in the world. I do. And I couldn't care less if it's an easier fight or whatever you think it's going to be, right? The fact that he is stepping up and he's doing that, I think it's a great thing. So let's have a look at this article, because it's kind of funny. He says, I wanted this fight ever since Hasim ran his big mouth to me 2 years ago in the gym. My brother and manager didn't want me to take this fight. They said it was too much risk. The New York State Athletic Commission didn't want to approve this fight because they said Hasim has too much experience for me. He has over 100 amateur fights, 10 times more than Tommy. But I'm built different. I'm psychotic. I'm chaotic. I'm problematic. Oh, no, this is good. This is where, I mean, listen, Jake has put far too much time into trying to be Muhammad Ali. Trying to be Muhammad Ali. He's a fighting flea. I'm Mikey B. Listen to this. He says, but he's a heavyweight, they said. It don't matter to me. I'm the fighting flea. They can't hit me. I'm slippery like butter. I'm with speed like no other. My power is unique. and my style is sleek. I've made the toughest men weak. I'm not afraid of any man or what can happen. No boxer has taken this big of a risk this early in their career. They don't have my heart. They don't have my soul. They don't have my drive, and they definitely don't have my team. Welcome to history. Take a picture. Hey, listen, I'll give it to him. 10 out of 10 for marketing. You know, that was actually pretty good. You know, and if you've seen Jake Paul's little diss tracks that he's done on his YouTube channel, I'm ashamed to say I have seen some of his little rap videos and whatnot. And, you know, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. Certainly better than I could ever do. But there it is. Tommy Fury is yesterday's news. Maybe they make that fight down the line. Hasim Rahman Jr., I see people online saying that it's going to be a dive, a fixed fight. It's crazy that everybody goes to that, okay? People even said when Jake Paul knocked out Tyron Woodley last time, they said that it was a fixed fight. No, it wasn't. Jake Paul hit him with a bloody good shot. That was it. And then Tyron Woodley face planted, right? And he said that he did this with his hand. Well, that's okay. We all move. We all make involuntary movements. Just because someone moves a shoulder, does that mean they're telegraphing the knockout? Just because someone moves a hand? No, we move. That's what we're doing in boxing. So the fact that they thought that is crazy. And now, of course, the conspiracy theorists are out once again saying that this is a fix, that he's going to throw the fight.
You look into the experiments to prove that the earth is spinning, all of them failed. Look into it.
I don't think so. You know, Hasim Rahman Jr. has got his father's name to live up to. I doubt he's going to throw a fight to a YouTuber. Okay, regardless of what kind of money. And I'm talking about money. I'm assuming this will be one of the biggest paydays of his career. People don't throw fights like that. Maybe I'm naive. If you know about anyone that's thrown a fight, let me know down there in the comments. Because I think, well, I know back when like the mob and the mafia used to run a lot of the boxing, there was thrown fights all the time. And boxing throughout history has been scarred by that kind of reputation. But does that still go on? Because I don't know if it does. I've never certainly heard about any of that kind of behavior. And I don't think in a fight this high profile that someone's going to throw a fight. Why do we never hear about it? Why does no one ever come out down the line and say, yeah, by the way, I threw that fight? You know, yes, it's happened in the past. I don't think this is going to be a throw. It's not going to be a dive. I think it's going to be a fight. And I think that Jake Paul actually deserves a lot of credit for stepping up and taking on this guy. A big guy, 6'3" in his prime, amateur background with a good record. Okay, against people that were losing their fights. But either way you slice it, fair play, it's a decent opponent. Anyway, a few thoughts on the new Jake Paul fight for you. And I apologise for the rapping earlier. I will never, ever do that again.
Here come the hot stepper, murderer, I'm original gangster, murderer, still nothing like that. Okay, kill.
Enjoy your weekend. Take care.